Did I choose the right bootcamp?
I'm already off to a pretty rough start.
I got canceled my Netflix account, I canceled my Hulu, Crunchyroll accounts. Hello? Hi, how are you?
Good morning. I slept pretty late last night. I think I slept at 3:30 a.m. and then I woke up at 7. I'm already off to a pretty rough start. I was on LinkedIn trying to connect with so many people in the UX bootcamp. A handful of people have responded back to me and been saying, which is mentorship is really important, and your capstone projects, like the projects that's actually going into your portfolio, is really important. And then a lot of people told me they really liked UX Academy because they help you get at least 3 to 4 capstone projects out to be in your portfolio, as opposed to other boot camps that only pull out like 1 or 2. Maybe because I am anxious, and maybe low-key in the back of my mind I am just really worried. Because of that, I'm losing sleep.
I'm stressing out. I don't know if I chose the right bootcamp. Think. I did DesignLab, which is around like under 6K for me right now, because they gave me a discount for taking the UX Foundations, aka previously known as like UX 101 course. If I had a lot of money, I'll just go with General Assembly, but I don't. Another part of me is like, if I can do it through DesignLab, maybe not. Guys, I don't know. I don't really know Adobe stuff. So I'll have to teach myself. Because I know that I don't have like the graphic design skills. It's technically just learn it on my own. I don't know what to do. I'm stressing out. Did I choose the right bootcamp?
Ask you how you are, you don't just have to say that you're.
Hello. Hi, how are you?
Don't worry what everyone else is doing. Just focus on yourself, what story you want to tell through your work and all of that, and you'll be absolutely fine.
That helps. Thank you so much for explaining that.
Two of our top mentors, and I would highly recommend that you stick with those. Oh no, that's great. No, this is what I'm here for. So don't worry. Any questions, feel free to send them my way. Like, you're not bothering me. This is why I'm really happy to help students do. So no problem. Just shoot them my way, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can.
Okay, you're an angel. Oh my god, I feel so much better. She seemed so genuine. She seemed so kind. I bothered her with so many questions. Oh.
I think I did, maybe I did. Yeah. Oh, hey Kenny, how you doing? I think I only have but I do draw a line.
So after some research, reading a lot of blogs, a lot of articles, watching a handful of YouTube videos, also interviewing actual people who graduated, I've decided to go with DesignLab's bootcamp. Their bootcamp is called UX Academy, aka UXA. I was already enrolled before this huge wave of anxiety, imposter syndrome went over me. Like, am I doing this right? I don't know. I think I was just really overwhelmed with the fact that I'm making a life-changing decision. And so I just kind of wanted to explain how I decided to go with DesignLab, because I realized when I looked on Slack, which is the community platform that UX designers seem to use pretty often, was a pretty large community of people in DesignLab taking the course, and yet not that many people who gave actual reviews on the internet besides DesignLab's blogs where they post success stories, or besides that. Basically, I feel like I just wanted to create this video because I searched for UX bootcamps even on YouTube, and on YouTube there are UX designers who have taken the course at like General Assembly, and they look successful. It feels like I should take General Assembly too. I feel like the catalyst for my indecisiveness, even after I enrolled in UX Academy at DesignLab, I just kept wondering, like, will DesignLab help me find a job? Will DesignLab train me well enough to be confident in UX skills? Will I have a really good portfolio at the end? And these are really common questions, but they're really true questions that I want answers for. And yet these boot camps, they kind of just all say the same thing. I feel like even outside of General Assembly, outside of DesignLab, like other programs like Springboard, Block, Career Foundry, I think they all say the same thing at the end of the day. Finding a program that you're more drawn into is kind of trusting your gut, and the more you research it, the more you look into it, and the people you talk to is really important as well. And so what I did to get to my decision with DesignLab, I compared DesignLab with General Assembly more, and so unfortunately I didn't really consider other online programs, just because on YouTube I just kept seeing other UX designers have graduated from General Assembly. And the unfortunate thing about General Assembly was that I feel like I would have taken it if it wasn't 14K. Bruh. Like if it was just more affordable. And again, like if you look on their website, then they have multiple finance options, whether it's gonna come out of your pocket right away, monthly, or if you go take a loan, or even do their program where you don't have to pay for the course until you graduate and find a job. Like all of that, you're paying minimum 14K. Like the last offer that I just mentioned, where you don't have to pay until you find a job, that one, like it's kind of like an interest where once you graduate and you find a job, you could potentially have ended up paying twice as much than when you could have paid monthly or out of pocket right away. Kind of like having that all together, it just felt like it was another college degree for an online bootcamp. And like it would have made sense if General Assembly still offered the UX immersive program on campus, and I could see people investing the 14K for the on-campus experience, and I think I would have negotiated within myself to think that is more worth it. But because of COVID, it transferred to online, and at this point I felt like any online platform, especially teaching you about UX, and all these articles that I've read and researched explain that a certificate isn't as important than your portfolio. And so where you learn UX isn't important. It's your skills, your storytelling, and how you approach UX in your designs. And I didn't even start my course yet, and so this is just like, I'm like a fetus and I'm just talking gibberish. But hi, I realized I didn't really do a recap of my whole like week. In general, I was really nervous, and now I feel a lot better. I feel a lot more assured with my decision to go with DesignLab's UXA. I think I just came into terms that financially I need to be really smart about this. Or my goal tuition was to be able to pay it out of pocket right away, because I don't want to essentially finish the program and realize that I had to pay more than what I could have originally paid if I had the money. And I've been actively saving up for a couple years, and I've never invested in something this big. After a lot of thought and consideration, I decided to commit to DesignLab. Well, yeah, so I mean, it's after I've talked to a lot of the alumni, and then so far everyone has felt confident about the program, which showed me that maybe it doesn't really matter what bootcamp you go into. Like if you just search like top 5, top 10 like UX bootcamps, I'm sure you'll have like your list.
and then you just go through your list. And for me, I liked the format of how DesignLab created an online platform. They're only an online bootcamp. DesignLab is already used to teaching online before COVID happened, so I just kind of felt more comfortable with that. There won't be miscommunication in a way where they lost signal during a meeting or anything like that. Like they have a system and they're just constantly ongoing. When I did a Free Friday class at General Assembly, the instructor kept getting kicked out from our Zoom. So we had to like pause the lecture to wait for her, and then the connection would come back on. We had to pause again. The class was a really good class. It was about UX research. It was just that I didn't want to kind of sit there the whole time like and have that kind of experience more often, as opposed to I didn't really have that kind of experience with DesignLab when I did the short course. And I've heard that DesignLab's UX Bootcamp, UX Academy is pretty much in the same format as the short course that I took, which is like the beginning level. And so I think I'm okay to move forward with DesignLab. And I kept telling myself like, Esty, don't keep worrying about it, just do it.
Just do it!
Once you like start worrying about like every little single detail, you're not gonna get anywhere. And that was true. The couple of days, like I don't know, like I didn't know where to start, I didn't know where to look, and I was just exhausted. I'm excited. And now I just have like butterfly feelings. Like it was like a roller coaster. Like I think on Friday I was just like over it. I was like done with worrying, and then yesterday I was like, I think I'm okay, and then today I'm like, okay, I made my decision, let's go for it. I'm excited. I canceled my Netflix account, I canceled my Hulu, Crunchyroll accounts. I'm feeling a lot better. So if you're ever feeling anxious, go reach out and talk to people in the program. And if anyone has any questions, then you can always ask me. What I learned about reaching out to people who are UX designers, regardless if they weren't even an alumni at DesignLab, everyone has been really welcoming. Everyone has been willing to share their story and how their journey has been in the UX field. And so it's been really nice, just really on you to go out there, vocalize your presence, and hopefully we can help each other. I started following anyone who is sharing UX designs or tips and tricks and any advice in the field. Yeah, I follow them. I started looking at their LinkedIn profiles, look at their Instagram. I'm like ready. I've told myself I need to stay committed to this because it's 40 hours a week, and yeah, and I need to try my best. So hopefully my decision is a wise decision, that I'll able to do this. Yeah, my Mac is so old. I cleaned my computer out with like any old files, which took some time, and so my computer is ready. I feel like I've done most of what I can prepare for. So got a time clock to follow the Pomodoro method for studying. Hopefully in my next video I am smiling, I'm not a zombie. Yeah, because whenever I start something new and that's like drastically life-changing, my body kind of just, I don't know, breaks down. So hopefully I'm gonna be okay. Wish me luck.